We're going to take the chair and face it towards me, and then sit back down for a moment. I want you to bring both hands to your heart center and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Relax your shoulders. Let both feet feel grounded on the floor. And then look for that long spine. Feel your heart rate. Connect with it. Become aware of the sensations that your heartbeat brings into your body. And then shift your awareness to your breath. Noticing the rise of the chest, the belly when you breathe in. And then the release, the lowering of the hand. Release in the torso as you breathe out. Pause here for a few breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. We breathe in and we breathe out. And then you can bring your hands to your thighs and then gently flutter your eyes open. And just pause here and any sensations. Seeing if the breath has helped you relax a little bit. Check in with the legs and notice how they're feeling, and then with the arms. From here, we'll start to move into warrior poses. So we'll keep our left foot forward, and we're going to step our right foot behind us. And it's coming to a 45-degree angle. So what that means is if your foot is standing on the face of a clock, your heel is at 6, the toes are at 2. So your toes will be in front of your heels. We'll take a gentle or generous bend in the left knee. And then think about rotating these ribs towards your chair. Okay. From here, hands can stay at the chair, or you can lift one arm to rise. Maybe the other arm follows, or maybe one stays on the chair and taps. Nice strong legs here, long spine, option to bend these elbows. Softening through the shoulders, maybe rotate the hands in. Taking that internal rotation here with the arms. Deep breath in. And complete breath out.
This way.
Oh, here's our dog. Coming in.
Come.
Okay, thank you.
Come.
Okay, go.
Come.
And we'll step back to the chair. Deep breath in. And complete breath out. And then we'll take our hands to the chair, step your back foot forward, shake anything that's needed to be shaken out, and we'll repeat on the other side. So opposite foot stays in front, and then the other leg comes behind, 45-degree angle. So on this side, your left leg, if you were standing on the face of a clock, your heel is at 6 and the toes would be at 10. From here, maybe releasing the hands and just thinking about rotating the ribs or keeping a hand there and take the rotation, supporting yourself. One arm can come high, maybe the other. Again, bending elbows, if that's your better option, rotating the hands in towards your head. So we're grounding here into the feet, so press the earth away. Keep the bend in your front leg. Find length here in your spine. Shoulders stay soft. Warrior poses, nice grounding posture, working on balance, or maybe one hand is tapping the chair. We'll breathe in and then release our breath out. Take both hands to the chair and then take back foot forward. Give everything a good shake. Okay, we're going to add on here. So now we're going to leave the left foot forward, take the right leg long behind us, and we're going to come onto the ball of the foot. So the heel is pointing directly in back of us, and we still have that gentle or generous bend here in your front knee. So fingers are on the chair supporting us. We're going to keep the fingers on the chair, and then we're going to see if we can drop the heel towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch. This is a deep stretch here, calf and hamstring. And then release, come back up onto the ball of the foot. So reaching heel towards your floor, and then lifting, lower, and lift. One more time, lower, and lift. So in this lunge posture, our hips are square towards our chair, and what it's helping to do is get into this right hip flexor. So kind of giving that a nice stretch in there. You can take a gentle bend in the back knee if that's helpful. And then we're going to start to straighten the front leg. So from here, we're going to lengthen the front leg, and then we're going to rebend it. So starting to work on a nice, strong thigh muscle here. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen and bend. One more time. Lengthen and bend. So settling back into your crescent lunge. So front knee bent, leg is extended. Maybe you have that gentle bend. Take one arm to rise. Stay here, or maybe tap the opposite hand. Or if you're feeling steady, taking both arms to rise. This will challenge your balance, so keep engaging your core, finding strength here through the whole body. Breath in and breath out. And then gently release each hand to the mat. Bring the back foot forward. Shake those legs out. Shake the arms out. Let's repeat. So right foot will stay forward. Left leg will come long behind you. We're going to come up on the ball of that foot again and keep a gentle or generous bend in your front knee. So the heel of the left foot is reaching directly behind you. And both hands at this moment are on the chair. So we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to reach the heel towards the floor. It doesn't need to touch. We're just working in that direction. So inhale, we lift the heel. And exhale, we lower it towards the floor. Two more times. Lift, breathe in. On the breath out, you lower. One last time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Do you feel that in the calf, the back of the leg? Now from here, maybe you take a gentle bend in that back knee. And we're going to work on strengthening the front thigh. So we're going to lengthen our leg, inhale, and then rebend it on the exhale. So lengthen and rebend. Nice. Two more times. Lengthen, rebend. Last one. Lengthen and bend. Beautiful. Come back to the chair. Shake everything out. Okay. We're going to keep both hands on the chair. We're going to start to work the hamstrings, so the back of the upper legs. So we're going to lift the right heel up. So if we're trying to kick ourselves in the butt, we don't need to do that, but we're just headed in that direction. And then lower that foot down. Opposite legs lifts and lower. Right lifts and lower. Left lifts and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Opposite leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Nice job. We're going to come into Warrior Two now. So we're going to leave our left hand on the chair. We're going to shift our weight in our left foot and then send the right leg long behind us, and we're going to turn the toes towards the center of your room. So the toes are in line with your heel, okay? So, and you determine how far apart you want your legs to be. This front leg, we find that generous bend, and this time we're opening the hips up towards the center of your room. So you have an option here. You can keep this hand on the hip, you can keep this hand on your chair, or we can start to turn our gaze forward, lift the front hand, or maybe we pat it, and then the back hand can lift. So full Warrior Two, both arms forward back, shoulders are relaxed, and energetically we're reaching through these fingertips. Shoulders are right over the hips. And just like Warrior One, we are grounding in Warrior Two. So pushing the earth away, find length through your spine, and then energetically reach in both directions. Breathing in and out. In and out. Lower the left hand to your chair, turn the right palm up, and then take it overhead. So either the wrist can be right over your shoulder, or you can take the arm over the ear. And what that will do is give you a side body stretch all the way up through the right side. So your gaze is going to come to what's best for your neck. So it could be at the thumb, maybe it's down at your front foot, or out towards the center of the room. Breathing in and breathing out. This is your extended side angle. So we're going to lower that right hand down gently and then start to rotate our hips towards the chair. Both hands will come onto the chair and then step the right foot forward, shaking. So we're going to take it on the other side. I am going to actually end up with my back towards you, so we're listening to the cues, okay? So keeping the right foot forward, we're going to take the left foot long behind us, and then we're going to rotate the foot so that the toes are facing the wall or whatever is towards your left side, finding your bend in the right knee, and then we'll open our hips out to the left side. So option here, left hand at your hip, maybe right hand stays here. Your gaze will come over the chair. Left arm could come out. You could tap the right hand, or if you want, extend that arm and palm forward. So the gaze will be over the front fingers or your chair. And softness here in the shoulders. So we're, again, rooting into the feet, finding strength in the legs and also length through our spine. We are reaching in every direction in this pose. So grounding down, lengthening up, and then reaching forward and back. From here, we'll release the right hand down, turn the left palm up, and then on the inhale, extended side angle. So wrist over shoulder if you'd like. Or take the whole arm right over the ear, finding that left side body stretch all the way from hip to fingertip. Gaze comes to what's best for you, floor, thumb, or maybe out to the side. Deep breath in, and complete breath out. And then return that arm back down to the left side. We're going to rotate the hips forward, take your other hand to the chair, and then step the left foot forward. Let's come back to our down dog. So again, either hands on the chair top or on the seat. Take whichever one works best for you. So starting to step the feet back as we hinge forward from the hips. Allow the arms to lengthen, head hangs heavy. Maybe find that gentle bend in the knees, helping the hamstrings out a little. Breathe into that nice back body stretch. Deep breath in. And complete breath out. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, and on the exhale, step your feet back towards your chair. Shake, shake, shake. And then we'll try that one more time. So option for hands on the back of the chair. But come along with me and bring the hands down to the seat. Either way, we'll start to step those feet long behind us, hinging from the hips, head heavy between the arms. This is a deeper stretch, bending the knees if needed, or keeping legs long. Notice if this feels any different from when you were touching the top of the chair. And starting to fill your back body with your breath. So breathing to the lower ribs. And filling all the way up to the space between your shoulder blades. And then releasing the breath out. We're going to bring our gaze forward. On an inhale, move our hands to the top of the chair. And then walk back there on the exhale. Good. If you have water and you'd like to take a drink, feel free to take that. Okay, good. So we're going to play a little bit with triangle, and we've done this before. So what we'll be doing is setting ourselves up by taking the left foot, and the toes are going to be towards your chair. Leave your left hand on the chair. And then the right leg will step back slightly, and the toes can either be at a 45-degree angle or they could be out to the side. It's really just going to depend on what feels best for your hip and your knee. So from here, I want you to start by bringing your hand to your hip. So both of our legs are straight, but you could have a gentle bend in your front knee. From here, we're going to take a breath in and then lean over to the left. And on the breath out, we'll take that right arm to rise. Same options, gaze comes to what's best for you. So thumb out to the side or down. You could also take a deeper triangle pose by moving your hand down to the chair. And this posture is all about open here through the heart center. So working on stacking one shoulder on top of the other. Nice and long here. Strong oblique muscles. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then we're going to lower our hand down. Come back to standing. And step back to the front of your chair. I'm going to move the chair to the other side so that you can definitely see me. So we'll take the chair and turn it in the opposite direction. And then this time we're going to step the left foot back. So the toes are either going to be straight out from the heel or find that 45-degree angle. The right foot is pointing directly toward your chair, and maybe there's a gentle bend in that knee, or you could have the legs straight. Checking in with your hamstring, see how it feels. Left hand onto the hip, and we're going to rotate the hips towards the middle of the room, similar to how we do it in our warrior two pose. So from here, we'll inhale, lean into the chair, nice bend in that arm, and then on the exhale, take your left arm to rise. So looking down with your head, if that's better for your neck, or taking any other option. Energetically, you're reaching here through this left hand. Your oblique muscles, your side abdominal muscles are nice and strong. You can stay here, or if you want to switch the hand to the seat for a deeper sensation, you can. Staying open here through the heart, deep breath in. And then we'll release on the breath out, return hand to the chair, lower your hand down, and let's waterfall. So we're going to take the arms and sway them side to side, and then lift each heel as you turn to their respective sides to help protect your knees. And the arms can just kind of flow, with centrifugal force here, having a lightness to them, a little bit of playfulness, right? And then we'll come to standing. We'll leave the chair right where it is. We're going to practice our tree pose, so balanced postures. Right hand will come on the chair to start. And then from there, you can take the left heel and kickstand it to your ankle. So that is your chair pose, first level. Second level is bringing the foot to the natural curve of the calf. And remember, we're opening the knee out to its side. You can stay right there, or if you want, you can take that foot and bring the foot above the knee. What we don't want is for the foot to be against the outside of the knee. So if that's happening to you, drop the foot down to the calf or grab hold of it like you just saw me do and bring it above the knee, and that is to protect your knee joint. So we are rooting into this right leg, so maybe find a little more length. Good, nice adjustment. Keeping our hand on the chair, the opposite arm can rise, or maybe we find our cactus arms. Staying right here, or maybe tapping the chair, or taking both arms to rise. Don't worry if you wobble. We talked about this before. If you wobble, that's good. Your body is figuring out how you're going to stay steady. So return your hand to the chair. Lower the opposite hand down, and then take your knee and bring it forward. Float the toes up to the shin, and then your hand can come to your hip. We're going to extend that leg long. It doesn't matter how high you lift it. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, yeah, that'll get you a strong thigh for sure. Shake everything out. Okay, let's move the chair to the other side so that we can take our tree pose on the opposite side and allow us to still hold our chair. We'll start with the left hand on the chair, and the right hand can come to the hip, or maybe the arm just stays by your side. Shift your weight into the left foot, and then options. Kick standing the heel to the opposite ankle, and we're opening this knee up, right? Balance pose, but also this is a hip opener. Maybe come to the natural curve of your calf or somewhere above the knee, whether that is through the strength of your thigh or taking hold of the ankle and tucking it in. I typically like to come right here at the calf. So working on finding length here, so rooting into our standing leg, lengthen our spine. So staying here, or maybe taking the right arm high, option to bend the elbow. Opposite hand can tap the chair, playing with balance. Or if you want to bring that arm high, you can. Bringing the gaze somewhere low, something not moving, can help with your balance. And then check and make sure you're not holding your breath. We'll breathe in and breathe out. Good. And then lower the hand back to the chair. We'll take the right arm down. We're going to rotate this knee in front, flex the foot, take the right hand to your hip, and then extend your leg long for 3, 2, and 1. Woo, good job. Let's waterfall one more time. Arms swaying side to side, lifting those heels up. Just working everything out. Beautiful. If you have water nearby, feel free to take a sip of water, keeping ourselves hydrated. We're going to come into chair pose alongside of our chair. So I want you to think about either taking your feet hip-width distance apart, or there's another option to come into chair where the big toes come to touch and there's about 1.5 inches between the heels. It's not a big space at all. And then we knock the knees in towards each other. From there, you're sitting your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair. So generous bend here in the knees. And there's a couple of choices for this right arm. You can take the arm directly out in front of you, shoulder height, if that feels good on the shoulder. You could come into your cactus arms, bent arm. You could take the arm overhead, or you can take the hand to a half prayer hand. Take a breath in, a breath out. So either starting to pat your left hand up and down, or taking that hand to join the other. So you could be at prayer hands. Again, both arms could be out at the shoulders. We could have cactus arms, or we could take the arms high. We'll all take the hands through heart center. Take a breath in, lengthen through those legs. Option to take hold of the chair first, and then shake the legs out. Good. Let's do that one more time. So you're taking the option either feet hip-width distance apart or toes to touch, about 1.5 inches between the heels, and then the knees will knock in towards each other. So I'll take this one with the feet hip-width distance apart just to show you both options. So sitting the hips back, finding your arm option, maybe the other hand joins you. Breathing, soften the shoulders, maybe take one arm out to the side and then the other arm. Beautiful. And then draw the hands back together, prayer hands to heart center. This time you can either take one hand to the chair, other arms coming overhead, or both arms will come overhead as we come to standing. This is called standing salute. So long spine here, neutral spine, arms reaching, gaze could come higher, keep your chin tucked, breathing in, and then lower the hands down on the breath out. We're going to practice balancing half moon, and we did this in our chair yoga class one day. I want you to turn the chair around so that it is facing towards you. And then from there, you can take your hand to the back of the chair as we set up. Left foot will stay forward, and right leg will come long behind you. And you're going to turn your toes either straight towards the middle of your room or 45-degree angle. You'll see I have a generous bend here in the front knee, and my right hand is coming onto my hips. I want to think about rotating the ribs towards the center of the room, and then I'm going to shift my hand down onto the chair. So I'm going to use the lower level of the chair. From here, we're going to take a breath in. Take your gaze to the hand on your chair, and then start to shift weight into your front leg and lengthen it. So come up onto the ball of the back foot as we lengthen the front leg. From here, we're going to lift the back leg and turn the toes towards the center of the room. Now, if you're feeling unsteady, that's okay. Just hanging in here with it, even if you're shaking. So flex your feet, and you don't have to lift your leg as high as I am. Lifting at any height is good. If you feel steady enough, you can take the right arm to rise. Breathing in, I know it's challenging. Breathing out, bring the hand back to the hip, bend your front knee, drop the right foot down, and then come back to standing. Good. Okay, let's shake all that out. That was definitely a lot of work. So we're practicing a balance and balancing half moon. We're opening up our heart center. We're grounding into the earth and gaining strength in the legs, length through the side bodies. So let's take the chair and turn it in the opposite direction. And we're going to have the seat towards us again. And just make sure you have enough space behind you to lift your leg. So to set up, we'll bring our hand to the top of the chair. And then we'll step our left leg long behind us, so either the toes to the center of the room or toes 45-degree angle. Left hand will come onto our hip, and then we're going to open up to the center of the room. From here, we'll shift the hand onto the seat. You could always keep the hand at the top of the chair, no worries. When you're ready, we're going to start to shift our weight in the right foot, and we'll lengthen that leg, and then we'll come up onto the ball of the back foot, and then we'll start to lift. So the weight is shifting into your right hand, and then that left leg lifts. We're flexing the toes. Again, don't worry about lifting it super high. You can even leave it down on your floor. That is fine. When you're ready, this left arm will come to rise. So holding and breathing here, finding our balance for 3, 2, and 1. Hand to the hip, drop your foot down, and then let's shake everything out. Woo. Our back is sort of forced to stay nice and straight. And then lift one knee up and lower it down, and then the other and lower. So lift, let it drop, super heavy, and opposite. Keep going. So this is helping to increase the circulation in your feet. I think I said I feel like we're the giant here walking through, making its way to the beanstalk, right? Clomp, clomp. One more time each side. Good job. Good job. And then let's give those arms another shake out here. Shake them over to one side, and then back to center, and then shake them over to the other side, and then back to center, and then just come to stillness. Okay, let's draw those shoulders to the ears again, and then bring the blades down the back. One more time, shoulders rise, inhale, and then they lower, exhale. Spine, lengthen your spine, drop your chin to your collarbone, and let your head be heavy. So returning to this posture here, letting some space be created in the back of your neck, your cervical spine. And then we're going to start to take the chin from shoulder to shoulder, swinging it gently side to side like a pendulum. So inhaling chin towards one shoulder, and then on the exhale, keeping the head heavy and slowly bringing it back to the other shoulder. And just move like this, your pace and breath. You can have your eyes closed like I do. Bring some movement into the neck where the spine comes into contact with the skull. And then just noticing if you're hearing any crunching or any kind of noise, and any type of movement within the neck is part of your warm-up, or even at this point in our practice is great to bring some fluid there to help everything glide a little bit easier, move a little bit easier. Take this one more time each side. And then we'll bring our head back to center. From here, we'll take our head into a neutral position. You can open eyes if they are already closed. And we're going to do a little bit of core work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our right hand behind our head, and then we're going to lift our left knee up, and you can either lift it up with your hand or through the strength of your leg. It doesn't matter. And then I want you to reach the right elbow towards your knee, and then return your elbow and relax your leg down. Okay? We're going to stay on one side just for the sake of simplicity. So lift your knee up, reach elbow to knee, lower leg down, and then return elbow back. 2 more times. Reaching and back. So this is like a seated diagonal sit-up, working those oblique muscles, which again are the side muscles at our waistline. We might as well take one more, make it an even 5, and then lower down. Awesome. Let's do this on the other side. Up with the natural strength of your thigh, and you could bring your right hand to the side of your chair. So we'll reach left elbow to right knee, and then return the leg down, elbow widens. Repeating, elbow to knee, lengthen, elbow to knee, lengthen. So think about engaging your core muscles, your abdominal muscles in the front of your body. We'll take this one more time, elbow to knee, and then release. Great job. Shake everything out. Let's take that windshield wiping movement that we've done in class. So feet are nice and wide, so either the width of the chair or even wider. And you're going to sit a little bit forward so you can drop one knee down as you turn to the right, and then drop the other knee down as you turn to the left. So we're really getting into this hip flexor here. We'll drop, knee down, rotate. And one more time, drop the knee down and rotate. Let's come back to the right side, and we're going to take this lunge. So the back foot, we're on the ball of the foot, the knee is bent, we're getting right into this left hip flexor. Right hand can come to the back of the chair, left arm can rise, or if you're feeling stable enough, both arms rise or arms come to cactus arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take our hands together and then take your thumbs to your breastbone. We're going to add a twist in. So find length in your spine. If you're holding onto the chair, just one hand to the chest. On the exhale, we're rotating the ribs towards the back of the chair. So this is a small rotation. Doesn't have to be anything big. Hand could be on the chair as well. And then we'll release. And we'll release the posture, come back through center, and then we're going to come on to the other side. So left foot in front, right knee, we're on the ball of the foot, and you're resting your front thigh on your chair. Left hand could be on the thigh, right arm rises, and then feel getting into that hip flexor here, right? Back leg is working. Maybe the other arm joins you. It doesn't need to. Take a breath in. We'll bring our hands to heart center on the breath out, or if one hand is on the chair, just half of prayer hands is fine. Finding length, we inhale, take that small rotation through the ribs on the exhale, turning slightly towards the back of the chair. We'll inhale, come to center, release, and then we're going to turn ourselves forward. With those legs to shake out. Okay, let's end with a couple of sun salutations. We'll take 3 actually all together. And we're going to add on. So typically I just add in some cactus arms. We rotate side to side. This time we're also going to add in some knee lifts. So let's take our arms by our sides, palms up. We'll inhale, arms rise, either gaze forward or up towards the thumb. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Take your hands to your thighs. Inhale, find a flat back. Gaze looks down to the floor. And then on the exhale, bow forward. So as you start to fold forward, your arms can just ragdoll or hang heavy. And if you'd like, start to bring your feet a little wider to make space for the body. And then let your head hang a little heavier. Breathe into the back body. Release your breath out. We'll keep the left hand down, maybe take it to the left foot, and then on an inhale, right arm rises. Gaze could follow or it can stay down. On the exhale, we lower that right hand. We'll inhale, keep length in our spine. On the exhale, left arm rises. And then we lower. Find strength in your core. Inhale, we're coming up to seated, shoulders over hips. On the exhale, cactus arms. Rotate to the right, and then come back, and then rotate in the other direction. And then come back. Lower the hands down, hands either to the chair or underneath the knees. We're going to lift the one knee up and lower, and lift the opposite knee up and lower. Repeating, arms to our sides. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands to the thighs, flat back. Inhale, hinge forward. On the exhale, bow forward. This time, right hand stays down, maybe comes to the foot. Inhale, left arm rises. And then on the exhale, lower down. Inhale, right arm rises. And then on the exhale, lower down. Inhale, shoulders come up over the hips. Exhale, find our cactus arms. Inhale, rotate. And exhale through center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale through center. Bringing the hands either to the sides of the chairs or under your knee. Lift your opposite knee first, then lower, and then the other knee, and lower. One more time, arms to our sides. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, lower that hand down. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, lower that hand down. Strength of the core. Inhale, bring shoulders over hips. Dropping those shoulders down. Exhale, hands will come to cactus arms. Rotate over to the right, through center, and then over to the left, through center. Bringing the hands down, either to the chair or under the knees. We'll lift one leg and lower, and then lift the other leg and lower. Take your hands to your thighs or cup them at your lap. Feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. You can move yourself all the way back onto the chair so that you can use the back of the chair for support. Take a deep breath in and a complete breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. And while we're here, just reminding ourselves to always work within our ability, checking in with our bodies throughout the day, moving with awareness, practicing breathing to help with our stress level, to help us find the pause when needed before we make a decision or maybe reply to somebody. Being present in our body and take a deep breath in and a complete breath out. Release your hands to your side. You can keep your eyes closed. Take your palms up. On the inhale, arms rise overhead, palms touch. On the exhale, hands come to heart center. Sending love and kindness out into the world, and equally as important to ourselves. The light in me sees, honors, and deeply thanks the light in each one of you. Namaste. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you soon. Be well.